So marginal costing and break-even analysis. Please remember at this point in time, marginal cost is also known as incremental cost. So हम ये समझ लें at this point in time what is a marginal cost. So marginal cost is incremental cost. Now what is the meaning of incremental cost? Incremental cost is the cost of producing incremental goods. So, for example, if producing one unit, the cost of producing of one unit is 100 rupees, and the cost of producing two units is 200 rupees. That means the incremental cost is 100 rupees. 200 minus 100, so 100 rupees is the incremental cost. This incremental cost is also known as marginal cost. Now, this is something really magical, and I'm sure all of us will experience as to how this marginal cost is magical and how does it help in taking different kinds of decisions. So let's go once again to this topic now, and I'm going to make it full screen so that you are able to see full picture. Now let's start with the help of an example. As you can see on your screen, there is a company. This company has a maximum capacity to produce 10 million tons of steel. Company has a capacity to produce 10 million tons of steel. The selling price per unit is $800. Variable cost per unit is $500. And you know what is variable cost? I have explained to you. Variable cost is the cost that varies in totality, but in terms of per unit, it remains the same. That means the cost of raw material, cost of direct labor, cost of direct material, cost of direct expenses, all put together in this case is $500 per ton. Total fixed cost is 1,500 million, $1,500 million. Now these are the numbers that you have in front of you. Now, question to all of you is how many tons of steel this company should produce so as to be able to break even. That means what should be the output of this company so that company is neither making loss nor making profit. And this is what you have to solve. Number one. Number two, what you have to solve is in case if this company decides to have a target profit of $750 million. ठीक है, एंड दिस इज हाउ इट हैपन्स. तो हम लोग बिजनेस में इस तरह से प्लान करते हैं कि भाई मुझे मेरा ब्रेक इवन कितना है और मुझे अगर $750 मिलियन का प्रॉफिट चाहिए तो मेरा आउटपुट कितना होना चाहिए. दीज आर द क्वेश्चंस दैट वी फेस in our day-to-day operations of the business. From the numbers that you see on the screen, please apply your mind and tell me as to इसका ब्रेक इवन कितना होगा, क्वांटिटी कितनी होगी, ब्रेक इवन क्वांटिटी कितनी होगी, और $750 मिलियन के प्रॉफिट कमाने के लिए कितना टन स्टील इनको प्रोड्यूस करना पड़ेगा. एंड दिस इज फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू इंडिविजुअली. वी विल डू अ ग्रुप एक्टिविटी लिटिल लेटर एंड आई एम गिविंग यू टाइम ऑफ 2 minutes, and you should not take more than 2 minutes in any case. What should be the break-even quantity in this case, and what should be the quantity for making a target profit of 750?
So for break even, 5 million, 5 million, 5 million tons.
5 million tons for break even. Okay. Very good.
And
Very good. And for target profit of 750? Target profit of 750. All right. So friends, let us do it together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the Excel sheet, and we will understand in the Excel sheet together. So you remember the selling price is $800 per ton, and variable cost is $500 per ton, and the fixed cost is $1,500 million. So how do we find out the target profit? How do we find out the break-even quantity? And how do we also find out the quantity that we need to produce for earning a profit of $750 million? So I'm just going to go off from here for a while, and going to come back again. Before that, let me connect the Excel sheet so that we are able to do it together. Okay, can you see an Excel sheet here on your screen? Are you able to see the, no, you can't, okay. Okay, can you see Excel sheet now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, very good. So let us understand how do we find out the break-even point. So break-even point,
625.
how much?
625.
625. Okay, 625 is the break-even point, or 625 is the quantity that you would need for earning a profit of $750 million?
Break-even point.
Break-even point. Okay, very good. Now let's understand how do we find out the break-even point. So break-even point is fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. That will give me my break-even point. So I know what, and how do I find out the contribution? And I'll just write C. Contribution is equal to selling price minus variable cost, and that's my contribution per unit. So my selling price is $800 and my variable cost is 500, and therefore my contribution per unit is $300. That is $300. Now what is the meaning of contribution? Selling price is $800. Variable cost is $500. That means what? That means after adjusting my variable cost, how much money I am getting in my hand? I am getting in my hand $300, and that is the contribution. That means this is the contribution that I am earning from the sale of every unit of this product, of this steel. So that is my contribution. Now I have to find out my break-even point. The formula for break-even point is fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. So my fixed cost is $1,500 million is my fixed cost. My contribution per unit is 300. So if I divide it by 300, now division of 15 million dollar as the fixed cost by 300 will result into some wrong calculations. So $1,500 million, I will need to convert them in terms of okay, that's fine. So 300, and what do I get is 5. So since my fixed cost is in terms of $1 million, and this figure also becomes 5 million. So that means if I produce 5 million ton of steel, I will be breaking even. Okay, if I produce 5 million tons of steel, I will be breaking even. That means at 5 million tons, I neither make profit nor make loss. Let me just check it whether it is really true. So if I produce if I produce 5 million tons, what is going to be my sales? My sales is going to be 500 into 5 million ton into 800. So my sales is going to be $4,000 million. Now, what is going to be my variable cost? My variable cost is going to be is 500 per ton of steel that I produce. So 5 ton of steel I produce, and into my variable cost per unit, which is 500, and therefore this figure is 2500. Sales minus variable cost is equal to contribution. So which means if I am producing 5 million tons of steel, I am earning a contribution of $1,500, as you can see on the screen. So $1,500. So this contribution is available in my hand. I still have to offset my fixed cost. So from the contribution, I will minus the fixed cost, and my fixed cost is $1,500 million, and therefore my profit or my loss from here is 0. So this is how, friends, you will calculate your break-even point. Very simple. So how do I find out the break-even point? I find out the break-even point by dividing my fixed cost by the amount of contribution per unit. So this is contribution. Please remember, this is contribution per unit. Now, if I have to find out what quantity do I produce so that I'm able to achieve my target profit of $750 million. Now, for calculating my
it should be 7.5 million tons.
Yeah, okay, very good. Very good.
Right,
And earlier you said 5 million for the input. So your answer was absolutely dot on this thing, absolutely correct. And now this is, you are saying 7.5 million. I am sure it must be. So let's find out now target quantity for target profit. So how do I find that out? I will find it out by making slight modification to this formula. So for the break-even, my formula was fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. Now for finding out how much quantity do I produce, and remember, this is how people do the material planning, this is how people do the production planning, and this is how the finance controller or CFOs do the financial budgeting. So and they have a fixed target कि मुझे तो इतना EBITDA चाहिए, इतना profit चाहिए. So how do you figure that out? So for the target profit, I will slightly modify this formula, and what will I do? Together with the fixed cost, I will add the target profit. So this becomes my revised formula for the target profit. So target profit in bracket plus fixed cost plus target profit divided by contribution. So this becomes my new formula. So what do? I will just put what is my fixed cost. My fixed cost is 1500, and how much is my target profit? My target profit is 750 million, and I will close the bracket. And then what is my contribution per unit? It remains the same. It will remain the same in any case. And and you are right. So 7.5 million ton is my quantity that I have to produce if I have to earn a profit of $750 million. Is it really true? Let us check. So what we do, for checking it, let's find out. Now, what happens if I produce 7.5 million tons of steel? My sales is going to be 6,000, and for producing 7.5 million tons of steel, my variable cost is going to be 2,250, and my fixed cost, please remember, remains the same, because that is the fundamental principle of fixed cost. Fixed cost remains the same. So my fixed cost is remaining same 1500 and my profit is becoming 750. Friends, this tool is really this simple. Break-even analysis is a marginal costing. This tool is really this simple. And this is all what we need to understand. So we need to understand what is marginal cost. Marginal cost is the cost of incremental output. The cost of incremental output is the marginal cost. Using this marginal cost for the purpose of decision making is referred as marginal costing. What is my break-even point? Fixed cost divided by contribution per unit is my break-even. If I have to find out the quantity for achieving a target profit, I slightly modified this formula. And what do? I take the fixed cost plus the target profit, divide this combined figure with the contribution per unit, and what do I get in my hand is my quantity for achieving a target profit. Now with this understanding, friends, I'm going to take you to, I'm going to give you a small case study, and for this case study, you can break out in different groups for which the connects have already been shared with you, same as they were on day 4 yesterday or on day 1. So I'm just going to come back and show you the case study now. Are you able to see it or not yet? All right, so here it is. Gajanan, can you see it on your screen, please?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. So this is the case study that I'm talking about. This is the case study that I'm talking about. It is also given in your workbook. I know I would love to give you longer time given a choice, but since we have a limitation of time, let me give you a time of 10 minutes for this case study because we still have many things to finish. So you can split in the groups, and there are 6 situations that you have to answer. Your time starts now. So this case study is also given in your workbook as well, and in any case it is available for all of you on the screen. Study this case, and I am sure all of you would be able to answer all the 6 questions that you have in front of you. If you have any doubt, any question, you can please ask me about this case study. Okay, let me tell you, you see here something which is known as normal break-even point. So what is the, for normal break-even point, please pay attention. For normal break-even point, now in this case you can see the selling price is $600 per ton. Variable cost is $250 per ton. The company has an annual fixed cost comprising of SG&A $50 million, finance cost $20 million, and depreciation of $30 million. Now please remember, depreciation is a non-cash expense. And why depreciation is a non-cash expense? Because it does not go out of the business. It remains in the business only. So for calculating the normal break-even point, what will be your fixed cost? For calculating the normal break-even point, your fixed cost will include SG&A $50 million, finance cost $20 million, and depreciation $30 million. So for the purpose of break-even, normal break-even, your fixed cost will be $100 million. And for the cash break-even point, your fixed cost will be only the SG&A of $50 million, finance cost of 20, $20 million. So for the purpose of cash break-even point, your break-even, your fixed cost will be $70 million only. And I'm sure you understand the difference between the normal break-even point and the cash break-even point. Cash break-even point, you take only the cash expenses. Normal break-even point, you take all the expenses. Depreciation is a non-cash expense. So when you are calculating cash break-even point, exclude the depreciation. For calculating normal break-even point, include the depreciation. And your time starts now.
नॉर्मल ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट कितना आया?
0.25 आ रहा है।
ये इसमें आया ना? नहीं, पहले वेरिएबल इसमें देखिए, इसमें दे दिया है सेलिंग प्राइस तो दे दिया है, वेरिएबल कॉस्ट भी दे दिया है।
सबसे पहले कंट्रीब्यूशन कितना आ गया है?
आ गया 350।
ठीक है, फिर हाँ 350 आ गया।
350 आ गया कंट्रीब्यूशन, और फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट आ गई 100। फिक्स कॉस्ट जो है वो एसजीएनए, फाइनेंस कॉस्ट और डेप्रिसिएशन फिक्स में आएगा क्या?
Yes, it is a fixed cost.
यस,
फिक्स्ड है।
Yes.
तो ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट इन टर्म्स ऑफ क्वांटिटी आ गया 0.285। ठीक है, ये
0.285 आ गया, और अपने को क्या बोलते हैं क्वांटिटी के टर्म्स में चाहिए ना अपने को, ये तो पैसे वैल्यू के टर्म्स में आया।
I think it's okay. It's enough to calculate in terms of value. Quantity, you do not have to worry because quantity is very simple. You only have to divide the value by the price. So I think it's good enough. You can now go to the next one. That is find out the cash break even.
इसमें ओनली एक्सपेंसेस आएंगे, वो भी आपका फिक्स्ड आएगा।
Yeah.
तो फिक्स्ड एक्सपेंसेस अपने को कट करना है, तो फिक्स्ड एक्सपेंसेस अपना ले ले।
कैश ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट, कैश ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट कैश के लिए क्या है, वैल्यू क्या है? फिक्स कॉस्ट कितना है?
एनुअल फिक्स कॉस्ट 3 मिलियन, फाइनेंस
कैश ब्रेक इवन का क्या मतलब है?
या कैश ब्रेक इवन का ये मतलब ये है, सी फॉर द नॉर्मल ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट you will have to take all the expenses, all the fixed cost. So for normal break even, your fixed cost will include SG&A, finance cost, and depreciation. For the cash break even, it will include only SG&A and finance cost. It will not include
Okay,
depreciation.
ओके फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट में से 30 माइनस हो जाएगा
30 माइनस हो जाएगा. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
Point two will be the answer, I think.
Yeah, whatever that comes to. Yeah, correct.
कंफर्म कर सकते हैं बाकी मेंबर्स.
Very good.
Yes.
यस ठीक है
Yeah, good.
कीप द कंप्लीट
The plans to earn a profit.
ये रिवाइज वाला फार्मूला क्वांटिटी फॉर टारगेट प्रॉफिट
हाँ 100 + 100 डिवाइडेड बाय
नॉर्मल वाले से ऐड कर दो.
नॉर्मल वाले से
557
डिवाइडेड बाय 350 यस
Yes, 350.
Depreciation is date 6. ठीक है. और कुछ पूछ रहा है क्या इसमें? थर्ड क्या, फोर्थ क्या है? If the company receives an export order for कितना है ये? 1 lakh tons on the basis of actual selling price of 240 per ton. Okay. Selling price 240 per ton. What will be your advice to the company regarding acceptance of this order? ये फोर्थ वाला कैसे होगा? क्वांटिटी एंड वैल्यू भी पूछ रहा है ये.
That you can ignore, Anshu. Don't worry about the quantity and value because it's only a mathematical calculation. So you can ignore that. And yeah, but if you have done it, it's okay. If you've done it, it's okay.
1 2 3 रिजॉल्व किए हैं. फोर्थ वाला कैसे करना है? That we are trying to.
Yeah. So you can discuss in the group members, and I'm sure you will definitely come to the right answer.
So Anshu, that is just 0.1 million ton. Or
Yeah.
1 lakh ton. They are seeking advice on
So
this.
that till 70% of the capacity is no issue. So मतलब point 7.5 लाख टन तक कुछ इश्यू नहीं रहेगा. Okay.
Only thing is that there is $240 per ton selling price.
Yeah. There's no transportation which अलग रहेगा. Xbox है.
Okay.
Yeah, if there is no cost given, that means there is no other cost. So transportation वगैरह की cost assume करने की जरूरत नहीं है.
Sir, but average selling price earlier was 600 per ton. यहाँ पर अगर मैं import order export order आएगा तो 240 per ton होगा.
Right.
Cost को
So you
it
have to
would
take.
be loss for us.
Yeah,
no?
so you have to take a decision and move on. So you take a decision, okay, to accept it or to reject it, and then go to the next question.
Okay.
Yep.
Then fourth में I think we will not accept this order. It could be loss for us. What say? Others?
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Okay. Fifth क्या है? Will your recommendation be different if the order at a express price is 260 per ton? 260 per ton. Normal BP मेरा 285 है. नहीं, ये भी एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेंगे. What do you think? What should the minimum price of new order for new
260 पे करना चाहिए.
And for normal break even, of when we are calculating cash break even, then we have to consider 50 or 20 only, and it is 70 million. The current fixed cost is 100 million.
Sure ना?
हाँ, ऐसी लास्ट तो उनका यही था.
Okay.
हाँ, उन्होंने यही क्लेरिफाई
Normal
क्या कंसीडर करना.
तो नॉर्मल ब्रेक इवन के लिए हमको तीनों को प्लस करना पड़ेगा. फिक्स कॉस्ट, फाइनेंस कॉस्ट एंड डेप्रिसिएशन.
हाँ,
करेक्ट. डिवाइडेड बाय आवर कंट्रीब्यूशन.
our contribution, that
So
is
it will be normal break. Correct. So calculated, it comes to around 28,571.
yes.
Yes. Second point is cash break even point. So for cash break even point, cash BEP. Cash BEP,
Sir,
if you are
fixed
saying
cost
fine.
का depreciation नहीं लेंगे.
Sorry.
इसमें depreciation नहीं लेंगे because that is मतलब
Correct.
हाँ.
Correct. So it will be fixed. So it will be fixed cost plus our finance cost
Finance cost
divided by contribution.
divided
So
by
it is 20,000. So it is 20,000.
28,000.
Now the third point is if the company plans to earn a profit of 100 million for the year, how many tons of steel should it produce and sell, and what will be its total sale in dollar million? Okay. तो
Currently
पहले
वो अभी ये आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ेगा अभी 600 पर टन पे कितना वो प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है.
हाँ, तो उसमें फिक्स कॉस्ट में प्लस करना पड़ेगा ना इसको. ये कैश बीईपी में जो हमने लिया फिक्स कॉस्ट प्लस फाइनेंस कॉस्ट प्लस इट विल 100 मिलियन को प्लस करना पड़ेगा उसमें. करेक्ट.
100 मिलियन का प्रॉफिट. हाँ, 100 मिलियन का प्रॉफिट करने के लिए हमको प्लस को करना पड़ेगा.
प्लस नहीं करना पड़ेगा. फिक्स कॉस्ट में ऐड किया था ना सर ने, जो एग्जांपल दिखाया था वो फिक्स कॉस्ट में ऐड किया था उन्होंने. तो अपने केस में फिक्स कॉस्ट प्लस फाइनेंस कॉस्ट प्लस 100 मिलियन आएगा. राइट.
करेक्ट.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Divide by contribution.
डिवाइड बाय कंट्री.
This should give us the tonnage which is required to make 100 million profit for the year.